Hello everyone. Welcome to this IELTS reading lesson. Today we are going to focus on one specific question type that many students find confusing, the list of headings. Before we begin, understand one important thing. This question type is not actually difficult. It only feels difficult when you do not understand what the examiner is testing. List of headings is not a vocabulary test. It is not a grammar test. It is a test of your ability to identify the main idea of a paragraph. If you can recognize the central idea clearly and quickly, you can solve this question with confidence. Many students lose marks for simple reasons. Some read the entire passage carefully from beginning to end and waste time. Some try to match exact words from the headings with the paragraph, but IELTS uses paraphrasing. Others spend too much time on one paragraph and get stuck, and many students do not fully understand paragraph structure. Now let me show you a clear and practical method to solve list of headings step by step. The first step is to read all the headings carefully before reading the passage. Take a few seconds to understand what each heading is about. Identify the key concept in each one. For example, if a heading says the economic impact of tourism, the key idea is economic impact. If another heading says an alternative scientific explanation, the focus is alternative explanation. When you read the headings first, your brain becomes prepared. You already know what kinds of ideas you are searching for. The second step is very important. Do not read the full paragraph in detail. Instead, focus mainly on the first sentence. In most academic writing, the first sentence introduces the main idea. This is known as the topic sentence. If the idea is not completely clear, briefly check the second sentence or the final sentence. Your goal is not to understand every detail. Your goal is to understand the central message. After reading the paragraph, pause for a moment and create a one-line summary in your mind. Ask yourself, what is this paragraph mainly about? Answer in one simple sentence. For example, this paragraph explains the causes of climate change, or this paragraph presents a different theory. When you create this short summary, matching becomes easier and more accurate. The most important rule is to match meaning, not words. The heading might say financial consequences, while the paragraph says economic effects. The vocabulary is different, but the meaning is the same. IELTS uses synonyms and paraphrasing, so focus on ideas rather than exact words. Be careful with extreme words. If a heading contains words like always, never, only, or completely, check carefully whether the paragraph strongly supports that level of certainty. If it does not, that heading is probably incorrect. You do not have to start with paragraph A. If another paragraph looks easier, solve that one first. Once you match a heading, eliminate it from your list. This reduces confusion and increases accuracy. Pay attention to signal words such as however, but, although, and in contrast. These words often introduce a change in viewpoint. In such cases, the correct heading may relate to an opposing theory or an alternative explanation. Be careful when two headings look similar, such as causes of pollution and effects of pollution. Ask yourself whether the paragraph explains why something happens or what happens as a result. This small difference can change your answer. For time management, if there are 6 or 7 paragraphs, spend about 1 to 1.5 minutes on each paragraph. Do not spend more than 2 minutes on one paragraph. If you feel stuck, move forward and return later. Managing your time is essential. To improve your performance, practice regularly using Cambridge IELTS books, especially Cambridge 9 to 18. After completing each practice test, review your mistakes carefully. Do not just check the correct answers. Ask yourself why your answer was wrong and whether you focused on key words instead of meaning. Let me summarize the approach. First, read all the headings carefully. Second, identify the key idea in each heading. Third, read the first and last lines of the paragraph. Fourth, create a one-line summary in your mind. Fifth, match the meaning, not the words. Finally, repeat the same method consistently for every paragraph. Remember, list of headings is a test of main idea recognition. When you train yourself to quickly understand paragraph structure and central meaning, this question type becomes manageable and predictable. With regular practice, focused reading, and consistent effort, achieving Band 7 or above is absolutely possible. Thank you for listening, and now it is time to practice with confidence.